Good morning, guys. It's Julia, aka the Mug Life DIY. In case you didn't know, I love coffee, love puns, and love crafting almost as much as I love my husband. Anyways, welcome to my channel. If you're brand new here, I would love it if you guys would subscribe, like, hit that little bell thingy bopper, because I know, yeah, that's a good thing, I guess. You get to see when I upload my channel content, which is normally once a week. Mom life, 3 kids, working, once a week. I would love it to be more. So hopefully I will be able to record some more and get some awesome craftiness coming out to you. So today, I feel like I should call this the collaboration season of my life. And it's been so much fun having all of my friends, let's collab, let's have some fun. And these are just so exciting because you get encouraged by the other YouTuber and you guys can send pictures back and forth and get help and you kind of just vibe off of each other. So this awesome collab today is with my friend Jamie over at the CraftyDIYGuy. And if you haven't heard of him, definitely be sure to check out his channel, check out his Instagram, which is where I followed first. Don't even remember, I feel like someone recommended him and I found him and then I found him on YouTube. Life guys. So anyways, today we're bringing you some home decor. Literal, I'm gonna say home, hence our theme. Anyways, I hope you guys will check out his video, his channel, hit that button thingy, and I hope you guys will enjoy the 3 crafts that came out with you today. Thanks, guys.
All right, let's jump right into project 1. This one is going to be a hanging wall piece in my library, which I feel as though now has become the never-ending wall basket collage mosaic, whatever you call these big old funka walls that you just want to fill up, but then you change your mind about 1,000,000 times. Am I the only one? Maybe, hopefully not. Anyways, I have been needing. I absolutely love arrows. I have them and I have done so many different projects along the years, I will say, doing arrows and adding them in my house. So I wanted to add a fun new touch in this one spot I felt like needed something a little bit larger. So I took the Dollar Tree Raffia skirt. It's actually the hula skirt. I bought 2 of these and now I'm wishing I had bought more because I feel like I have so many projects I can think of. And I took one of my long Dollar Tree bamboo skewers that is meant for campfires, and I just kind of knotted around the raffia onto the long bamboo skewer. And then I also dip dyed. I have dip dyed before, but I wanted to try dip dyeing the raffia and I think it turned out really fun. So I might try to dip dye a couple other colors in other projects. So be watching for that. And I just took some of my Dollar Tree beads in the colors in my front library, greens and oranges and natural colors, and just kind of threw those on there. And I decided to braid one of the raffia twists and add a little bit of fun texture. Now I'm going to take one of these arrow, I believe it's a mirror finish signs. It's the 3-pack, and I spray painted it gold. And then I took one of my leftover summer signs. That's kind of like an arrow. It's 3 of them. And I painted it with 2 coats of black paint, and then I hot glued my freshly painted gold arrow. And of course, I have to go the extra mile. I wanted it to be a little bit more defined around the arrow, so I scored both sides of the arrow, or the cardboard arrow part. It's actually like an MDF. I don't know what these Dollar Tree signs are made out of, but you just have to kind of slowly score it and just be super careful if you decided to recreate this sign, because you do need to have a straight razor to do this. I honestly can't think of another way of cutting this down. I mean, you just have to go slow and just be careful. Use your ruler, and I just slowly just went on both sides, and you can see how now it looks to me more like an arrow. And I even go, of course, the extra step and didn't quite like how far the indent on the front was, so I scored the front as well. Now we're just going to attach the raffia to the backside of the sign, so it kind of gives a hula hoop. I don't know why I keep saying hula hoop. Hula skirt effect with the raffia dangling. I do end up kind of creating a angle with the raffia at the very end, but I just hot glued it for now. And what I love using are these foam brush. It's like the little wooden dowels that are left over. Like, they're so great for when I'm hot gluing, and then I can push it down with this because it has a little, you know, flat surface. So then I am going to put the hanging section, which I also took the some more of the raffia skirt. Guys, you already know. Anyways, I did, I believe, 6, as many as I could, and I just braided it together really loosely to give it a really fun, thick braid so I could hang it. So when it's actually from top to bottom, it's like a 2-foot sign, which I love. You guys know I love big hanging things, and I just feel like it gives a much bigger present with the braided touch. So here it is in my library. I absolutely love it. I would have to say, I don't like how rough the edges are on this sign, so I would definitely recommend if you have a sanding block or something just to kind of help smooth off those edges, which I will probably end up doing. But I even thought about, but I stopped myself, even maybe adding some rope or something around the edge to finish it off. What do you guys think? Leave it or add something to it? So project 2 is going to be using some leftover wood from my bar cart. This was a huge piece of wood that I paid like $10 for at Lowe's, and they cut it down for me, and you can keep the extra parts of the wood. Of course, I paid for it. Why would I not keep it? So I thought this would be the perfect home sign. My friend Nicole over at the Week's Nest, she sent me several decals, and I have never ever worked with vinyl decals before. So this was my second or third attempt at doing these, and I didn't want to embarrass you guys with how horrible I still am at doing it. So I just kind of skipped through that section. But if you want to watch more professional people do these things, watch their channels, not mine. So I just took all of my bamboo skewers, of course, I have an obsession with these things, and I cut them down to the size that I wanted, and then I just measured them out, and I just put a little bit of hot glue and then pressed them down. I kept my ruler off to the E so I could see it would be the exact same placement that I put towards the H. So I did do the O first, which was the vinyl decal, then I did the H, then I kind of started gluing everything else. But I wanted to have a really fun and long, elongated home display piece. So that's how I feel it really turned out. So let me know what you guys think. Also, a side note, I of course had to add some raffia. I love the 3-color raffia that Dollar Tree sells. It's in the black, the gray, and the white. And so I'm using that and just adding it just a little bit on the sides just to kind of, you know, break up the black. And I don't know why I didn't think about finishing off the edges until last minute. But here you go. I did hang it up also with a Dollar Tree. These were the hanging planter cords, but I just really loved the color. It's an orangey burnt color and is the colors of my front room, and I thought it really vibed well with the yellow. And I love how long this piece is, and I centered it on my basket wall, and I will show you later on the kind of whole piece, but this library wall is huge, as you can see. It's huge, y'all, and I keep changing my mind. I've added more of my projects, which make me happy, but I keep wondering, is this ever going to end? Am I going to finish this wall? So jumping into project 3, I really have this awkward space in my kitchen, and I knew I wanted to make some sort of shelf that I could add a few pieces up top just to kind of fill in the space. I probably will have my husband make me a built-in later on, but for right now I really wanted something to break up this space. So I took 2 Dollar Tree. These are the bookends. If you have not found these bookends at your Dollar Tree, you could get one of the Dollar Tree. They are like the 3D frames. I don't know if you've seen those, and just cut it in half. You would just have to, use some E6000 or hot glue or use Bead Surprise. Now, I can say I found this E6000 that is new. It is odorless, it says. Now, I'm not going to say it's completely odorless, but the smell it gives off is actually a sweet smell, and it has not given me a migraine. I even, for the first 2 times I used it, I did wear my mask and I was outside using it, but I decided to just try it. I know, I'm so brave. Try and see if I could use the E6000 inside my craft room, and it did not give me a migraine. So I'm so excited. I can finally have this to extra secure my piece. So I took 3 of those Dollar Tree elongated wooden wall plaques, I don't know what else to call them, and glued them together with my E6000. And I am going to put 3 large popsicle sticks around the edges and the bottoms. This is going to kind of pull all the pieces together while the E6000 is drying, because I don't want to go out to my garage and look for my clamps because I don't know where they are. Anyways, this is another way that you can do it. If you don't have some fancy clamps, it'll do just fine. Now, I did spray this with 2 coats of a spray paint. I will look and see what color it is. It's kind of like a tan khaki color, but I am going to show you a technique that I love doing, and I'm just going to glue both of the bookends. Yes, I actually measured. Be proud, guys. I am super specific on this one. Just glued those to the bottom and pressed down and waited for that to dry. I did put some little weights on it, not really, it was just some heavy paint. But I really love this 2-tone color combination that I'm going to show you I create. Now, this is a faux wood technique that I love using. You have to use a lighter tan or khaki color base coat, and then you dry brush some black over top. You don't really need a lot. You just want it to kind of lightly have a few dark spots because you're imitating the deeper grain within the wood. So you just lightly brush over the tan color that you have, and then you're going to brush over whichever brown color you choose. This is an apple barrel espresso color. It's a really nice deep tone. But you can see once you're mixing over with the black color, you're just lightly brushing over it. It blends together and creates that faux wood look. You don't have to have anything fancy or expensive. It's just a technique of layering and using different colors to create texture and layered effect of how wood would look. Now, here is a side note / tip / don't do like I do, because I always think of this after the fact. I glued my shelf together first, then painted. I would definitely recommend, after your E6000 and hot glue have dried, definitely do this paint technique first before you glue the shelf part to it, because it makes it harder to paint the bottom and the sides once you have already glued your shelf bracket piece together. And you can kind of see I have to go around the shelf and not get on the black, which I did have to touch up. And here is my little coffee, I'm going to say niche area. It is super small. Can't wait till I can have an even bigger shelf so I can have more of my coffee knickknacks from it. And this little piece will get moved somewhere else. I hope you guys will be, encouraged and excited to try something different and maybe outside of your comfort zone. And I hope you enjoyed the collab, and be sure to check Jamie's awesome video out, and I will see you guys next time.